In April 2023, a YouTuber called Sunnyv2 made a video. He said that Kris Tyson, one of MrBeast's closest friends, was going to become a serious problem for the brand. The internet called him transphobic. MrBeast personally called him out. He got mass disliked, lost subscribers, people tried to cancel him. He never apologized. And then everything he said came true exactly. This is the Sunnyv2 story, and it is one of the most satisfying internet vindication I have ever covered. So Kris Tyson was one of the original MrBeast crew, one of the first faces on the channel, known for being the gun-loving truck driving all-American member of the group, the kind of guy who will light a campfire and talk about America. In April 2023, Kris announced publicly that he had been on HRT, hormone replacement therapy, and said that after 2 or 3 weeks, the mental fog had lifted, that he finally had clarity. Now, the announcement itself is not the story here. The story is what happened next, because a YouTuber called Sunnyv2 looked at this situation and made a very specific prediction, and the internet did not like it.
The Kris Tyson situation could become a complete disaster for MrBeast's brand. However, it may also provide some unique benefits. So let's begin by going over the drama before explaining exactly how this will impact the MrBeast channel. In mid-2022, fans began to notice that Kris Tyson was changing. In the early days, he represented the quintessential southern gun and truck loving dude. Yet beginning in March 2022, Kris began to display increasingly feminine traits, making tweets such as "I finally got my nails done at a nail tech." Additionally, Kris would highlight that his facial appearance had changed significantly since the start of the pandemic.
Sunny's argument was not complicated. He said MrBeast has one of the biggest audience of young people on the internet. He said Kris is going through a public transition. He said this is going to change the dynamic of the channel, and the only clean solution if things go badly for Kris is to step away. That's it. That is the video. He also pointed out that some of Kris' on-screen interaction with Jimmy had become noticeably awkward, which fans had already been noticing and even commented on, calling some videos the most awkward MrBeast content they had ever watched. Now, you could disagree with Sunny's take, you could say he was wrong to make it, but what you cannot say is that he was making anything up. He was describing what he could see and predicting what might happen. The internet response was to call him a transphobe and try to end his career. The response was immediate. MrBeast went on stream and said, "This is getting absurd. Kris is my friend and things are fine. All the transphobia is starting to piss me off." Other large creator peeled in, calling the video disgusting, calling it psychopathic behavior. The video got mass disliked. Sunny lost subscribers. People went look for ways to cancel him, and the main evidence that he was transphobic, that he had previously defended MrBeast for making a joke about not being one of the 52 genders. That was the smoking gun. A helicopter joke from 2023. A man predicted an entire scandal correctly and was cancelled for a joke about helicopters. And then, in 2024, the things Sunny predicted started to unfold. First, YouTubers started surfacing tweets from Kris showing an admiration for Shadman, an artist known for producing extremely disturbing content involving minors. Kris had previously bought and displayed artwork from his artist. MrBeast's explanation was that he did not know who the artist was at the time, that it was just an anime poster. That explanation was not well received. Then, a former member of Kris' Discord came forward, alleging that while they were approximately 15-year-old, Kris had been in contact with them, and that content had been inappropriate. The person initially said nothing wrong had happened, later changed the statement and said after reviewing the chat logs, the behavior was not inappropriate and wrong. He added, "I was a minor. I did not see it as wrong at the time." More chat logs emerged, more people came forward, and what had been dismissed as a baseless transphobic prediction started to look like exactly what Sunny had said it would look like. A serious problem for one of the biggest brands on YouTube.
Another member of Ava's Discord server came forward with new allegations against her and MrBeast.
Kris Tyson from MrBeast used me, manipulated me, and did very inappropriate things with me while I was about 15 years old.
With more evidence coming out, Ava's reputation was slowly disintegrating one leaked chat at a time. The release of these chat logs were controversial, as Nathan's character came into question with people alleging that many of his claims were false. Regardless, the chat logs were real, as were the many inappropriate things Ava shared with minors on there.
MrBeast released a statement saying he was disgusted by the allegation. He said he was going to hire independent investigator to look into his company and that he would take action based on their findings. The investigator found no wrongdoing. The investigators he paid found that people who paid them had done nothing wrong, which shockingly did not satisfy people. MrBeast did not remove Kris from the channel, which was the solution Sunny had predicted over a year earlier. And if you go back and watch Sunny's video, he said the only clean solution should things go south might be for Kris to resign. Even then, rumors had Kris will be unavoidable. Word for word, he called it and had been cancelled for calling it.
So during all that, even when I was like rotting in bed for like the first 6 months of my transition, the literal only time I'd leave my house was to go film, and I'd immediately go right back.
So Tucker, 10 years down the road, when you're 9.5 years old and watching this, what do you want him to know?
I was cool at some point.
And as for Kris, in late 2025, another creator called Neon apparently spotted Kris working in a movie theater, from being one of the most recognizable faces in internet content to working at a cinema. The channel that Kris created separately has comments full of people who say, "Wake up, you were cool at some point." And there is a clip from earlier in his career when someone asked Kris what he would want Tucker, his son, to know when he was older. And Kris said, "I was cool at some point." He said it as a joke at the time. It hits differently now.
We can watch Avatar here.
Oh yeah, they do show. Hey, bro, they show Netflix shows on this.
Oh my god.
You could come here and watch
Kris
Netflix.
Tyson. It's Kris Tyson. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hi.
You don't play for MrBeast?
That is no, that's not MrBeast.
That's him.
No way, for real?
That's him.
No, you're lying.
What the fuck? Why is he? Why is he working at it?
That's not Kris. Is it?
Dude, it's him. Why is
For
he
real?
working at it? Yo, I'm sick.
Go say hi. You're a big fan.
Oh, the chat's telling me to chill. All right, let's.
Why?
Wow.
Why
Ryan,
chill?
with you and Drea and then me and I got. I'll figure it out. But we should go on a double date.
And as for MrBeast, the Ava Tyson situation opened what people describe as Pandora box. Allegation followed about fake lotteries, mistreat employees, a moldy food product, an AI thumbnail tool that he had to scrap immediately, a charity stream where he pressured other creators to donate, and each new controversy landed harder than the last. Because the trust was already damaged, not destroyed. He is still one of the biggest creators on the platform, but the relationship between MrBeast and the internet is not what it was. And a lot of people trust the shift back to how he handled the situation Sunny predicted. Specifically, publicly calling Sunny out and then watching Sunny be right. So here is the full picture. Sunny V2 made a video in April 2023, said Kris Tyson was going to be a problem for MrBeast, got called transphobic, got mass dislike, got publicly called out by MrBeast, lost subscribers, said nothing, never apologized, and then, 1 year later, everything he described, it happened. The allegations, the chat logs, the removal, the self-investigation, the damage to the brand, he caused all of it, from a video that got 178,000 dislikes, Sunny to eventually delete it or step away from his channel, which is either the most understandable or the most poetic ending possible. The man who was right about everything left before he could watch it all unfold. So yeah, that's it guys for today's video. Let me know what you think about this situation and I'll see you in the next video. For now on, peace out.